Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Awakening. I wanted to end my recording session, but I can't save, and the last save was a while ago. So let's try and get some of these spell combinations done. So we need Spell Might and Animate Dead. Where are you? So Spell Might is sustained. That's what we need. And then we need A Dead that we can animate. Someone kill something. How do I do it? Oh, for fuck's sake. How do I do bloody... What am I looking for? Wrong spell.
We can do this!
Right, good. We've got advanced reanimation. We've done some... we've raised a skeleton to fight for us. Next is Death Hex and Death Cloud. That's Death Cloud.
Is the battle over yet?
God damn it, these things are too weak. I'm on hard, they're too weak. Oh, you're my only mage as well. Right, we'll give up on Death Hex and Death Cloud. Grease and any fire.
I'm at your command.
Now we can set that on light with fire, which is actually quite neat. Didn't seem to work. Right, now it did work. And we should be able to put that out with a blizzard.
Ready! I am pleased.
Yeah!
Please, Grey Warden, save my family. My family's in the city.
Please calm yourselves while I speak to the Warden Commander. Warden Commander, I am glad you arrived when you did, but I fear there is little that can be done now.
Wait, weren't you in charge of Amaranthine's defense?
I failed in my duty. But believe me, Warden Commander, there was no chance for success. A couple of nights ago, a swarm of gruesome creatures emerged from beneath the city. They spread pestilence and destroyed everything they touched. Then at dawn, the other Darkspawn attacked. Warden Commander, it's too late. Amaranthine is lost.
You fucking deserter! You know how I feel about deserters. And the city still stands, it's not lost yet.
The buildings might remain, but there will be few survivors so long after those creatures appeared. Their corruption is so virulent. At least a quarter of the city succumbed within the first day.
Constable, there is a Darkspawn approaching, alone.
Archers, take him down!
Peace. Do not be killing. Only talk. Architect has a message for Grey Warden.
Uh-huh. What message is that?
The Mother's army. It marches to Vigil's Keep. She attacks now. The Architect, he sends me to warn you. You must save the Keep, then finish the Mother in her lair.
Yeah, we expected that, though. Why were you sent to warn us?
The Architect wishes to have the Grey Warden's trust. He does not wish to see the Mother succeed.
If we leave now, we may be able to make it back to the Vigil in time to save it.
And what about the Darkspawn here?
Soon, they will go to Vigil's Keep as well. The Mother, she wants the Keep destroyed utterly.
The Darkspawn has a point. We cannot leave with this other army hot on our heels. The Constable says the city is lost. I say we destroy it, burn it, and all the Darkspawn within.
What? No, fuck that. We're not burning the fucking city down. I mean, even if we just left it, that would be... Leaving it isn't an option, but... We're not fucking burning it down. That's retarded.
Warden Commander, we have already lost Amaranthine. We can't lose the Vigil as well.
We're not burning the city down. Look, it's a tough building. It'll just have to stand on its own for now. Plus, we have left half our army there.
Commander, we can't save Amaranthine if it's already lost. We can still save the Vigil. I don't want to see fire ravage these streets, but it may be our only chance.
We're not burning the fucking city. Look, what if there's a chance we could save someone? Anyone?
It would take a miracle. I will follow your lead, Commander.
I don't envy you having to make this decision.
Look, we've got a quest left, and there's only one town in the whole game. What if your family's in there? Felsin, your baby.
I would risk everything. The Vigil, the Wardens, sod, even you. Stone, come on. We got a city to save.
We cannot afford to lose the Vigil and the Grey Wardens. And what humans are left here are lost anyway.
Oh, you want more innocent blood on your hands?
No. I understand. Let us pray that the Keep can stand on its own.
No, no. If you stay, the Mother will get what she wants.
Why is the Mother any worse than the Architect? Why do you fight? No, I don't want him fighting with us. Tie this thing up. It has information we might need.
Amaranthine, then. The Darkspawn are never disorganized on their own. Something must be leading them. If we eliminate the Darkspawn leadership, we can go about finding survivors.
Good luck to you. And make her watch over us all.
The Architect and the Mother are leading it. He told us that. Bit of a jump cut here. I took a break. I feel like, and I haven't gone and looked anything up on my break, I just went and got some squash. And that was the game that saved. I feel like we're heading to the end game, which I'm very surprised about, because it's only been like 11, 12 hours, and I feel like I've done everything that was presented to me. Why do you have any items? Ah, probably had to unequip them when I leveled you up because you lost your magic. It's only been 12 hours or so. I expected it to be a lot longer so I could complete this codex as well. I think we will get the main game finished codex wise, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere on this one.
Manuvinen.
I mean, this DLC has been okay, but it's just a bit bitty and nothing really so far. What am I shooting at? Don't know. Maybe it's just the way I've played
Talk
it.
later. Right now, it's Darkspawn killing time.
And obviously I did a bad job of Codex reading on the way through the main game. I didn't do enough of it. Got too far behind on that. Oh, what am I doing? Find something tough. What's the toughest thing? There must be more than just one. Right, let's go down. That's no good. I need something that survives long enough to me to do death exam, death by one. I'm already on hard. I don't think this is going to be long enough, to be honest. For fuck's sake. No, I don't need to load, that's ridiculous. I'm sure at some point we'll fight a red. Maybe we'll be able to get it off on him. In the meantime, maybe I can do Spellmite Blizzard Tempest anyway. Spellmite is on. Storm of the Century. That's pretty sick. I wish I'd known about that before. I should have done that. Oh, that's really good.
I was careless.
If I'd have done a better job on the Codex on the main game, I would of course known that. What's next? We've got Crushing Prison and Force Field. That's going to be very, very easy. Ah, some yellows. Let's give it a go.
My magic is at your command.
So we've got Sleep and Horror, which I might have done before anyway, in Death Hex and Death Cloud. Death Hex, Death Cloud seems to be the most difficult one to get off.
I shall do it.
And I think we have to do it in that order. But Death Cloud is persistent. Maybe we don't have to do it in that order. Maybe we can try it the other way around.
As you say.
Right, as an Ogre. We'll do it on the Ogre. Maybe he's resisting it. Ah, Tropic Death. What? Maybe that's a really, really good combination. We just killed an Ogre in 2 spells. Not that we've had a huge problem with difficulty through Awakening. Yeah, so just Sleep and Horror next. Man, frame rate's dying a bit. Complete a lap of the city. Yeah. Get any survivors we can find, because we are looking for survivors. Who's this?
Commander, My men are being picked off by a Darkspawn on the roof. Please help us.
I can't.
If you insist.
Don't know how I can get onto the battlements. All the doors are closed off to me. Never got to go in there. That was a door that was locked the whole time. I never managed to get in there. Well, I don't know how I'm meant to get on the battlements. Oh, it's annoying. He probably doesn't have anything anyway. But we haven't really bought anything. We've got over 400 gold. Most of the time I've had level ups to go, and we've faced no difficulty whatsoever, apart from the 2 dragons. And I kind of just give up on that straight away. I'm sure I could have done much better than that. Oh, I'm completely at a loss of what I meant to do then. I meant to come out of that one there. Where the fuck am I meant to go?
Warden Commander, we've received word of another wave of Darkspawn approaching the city. They will be here within a day.
What do you suggest?
Most of the survivors are taking refuge in the Chantry. The militia has set up a base of operations there. You can rest and resupply there. In the meantime, my men and I will search for more survivors.
It shall be done.
Warden Commander, come quickly. The Darkspawn are still breaking through.
Okay, where are they breaking through?
The inn. They're coming from the inn somehow.
Oh, through the tunnel at the back, probably. Right, I'm heading to the inn. You stay here.
May God bless you, Warden Commander.
There are a few. There are quite a few survivors.
I think I can help with that.
I feel like now I can help myself to the contents of the Chantry, because if it wasn't for me, they'd be dead anyway.
Remember that you are an example to your lessers. Listen to the Chant of Light every week.
No. No, this has nothing to do with the Chant of Light. This is my own free will
It shall be
that
done.
I decided to do this. It has nothing to do with the Maker at all.
Why don't the guards do anything about these smugglers?
The smugglers? Who gives a shit about the smugglers right now?
Very well.
Aha. I needed one of them. Greater Warmth Balm, probably. Well, you don't have anything to buy either. What's the point in having over 400 gold? There must be a shop that I missed. Not that I made any attempt to go shopping, because I wasn't facing any difficulties. No, don't know how you get it. Right, let's just check I've done everything. I've missed one. What the fuck have I missed? Is it sleep and horror I've missed, I think?
Guide my arm.
Ah, good.
Come, let us end this! Begun. Very well.
Good job I checked the Codex though, I'd missed that and just moved on.
As you say.
The Darkspawn have sensed us!
Pathetic creature! Never a dull moment!
Oh, magical.
I'm hurt. Bad.
Chug.
I think I can help with that.
Yeah, they're coming from the passage.
It is begun.
have no effect.
As you say.
Too slow!
It is begun.
We have done well.
As you say. Very well.
I wonder if they were meant to be here already.
It is begun.
I think I can help with that.
Surrender!
Maybe they just
And
spawned
we'll
in.
be merciful!
Ooh, is that the first adult child that we've seen?
Time to die!
I think these are spawning indefinitely. It's pretty cheap.
As you wish.
Bloody Darkspawn. Yeah, look at there's loads of them. They just keep spawning.
I shall do it.
Let's make this quick!
What needs killing?
Oh, he's a real serious boss by the looks of it.
As you say. I shall do
I could try and force field. Oh, someone's dead.
it. Shall be.
Yeah, let's whack a cleansing aura on and just keep drinking potions.
It is begun.
I will never give in! Show them no corner!
It is begun.
May the gods grant me strength!
Commander, the Darkspawn are retreating.
And the survivors?
They are being tended to. By the Maker's mercy, only a few were infected by the Darkspawn. The Architect's messenger has given us directions to the Mother's lair. We must pursue her.
Oh, this might be a trick. Could the messenger be lying?
I do not think so. He seems oddly eager to help, and our scouts report that most of the retreating Darkspawn are headed in that direction.
Yeah, that's probably... Rather than trust the messenger, that's probably a good plan. We'll follow the Darkspawn, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Commander, what should we do with the messenger?
Kill him.
It shall be as you say. Maker watch over you, Commander.
Because we're not going to ally with the fucking architect. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who's knocked me out, or it's going to turn out to be the guy who knocked me out and then put me into prison. So, and he only set 2 fucking dragons on me, so we're not allying with a fucking architect. Oh, I can't talk to anyone. Let's do some levelling. Not really sure I need any of these. That gives a permanent bonus to spell power. We're probably not going to get another 3 level ups, so I wouldn't have thought. To be honest, I don't really need anything else. Let's just go... We'll head towards it. I doubt we're going to get there. I never found the shadow. There are a few shops inside the keep where the Marshal was, and I didn't really use them. It might find us one of them. We might as well take the bonus to the duelist. I'm assuming we're at the end of the game. I think that's pretty safe to assume. Actually, no, let's get more con. Ah, you can be a guardian now. Oh. Yeah, we already knew about the Guardian. The Guardian's boring. It works as a tank. We don't really want that. Because no one is dying. And this woman, I've barely levelled up at all. I could make her into an anything. I could make her into another one of me. Don't know how good or bad Blood Mage is. We never really used Blood Mage or Keeper. Let's make her an Arcane Warrior Spirit Healer Battle Mage just like me. I know it's boring. Actually, probably better off, rather than having the mana, having the defense. That stops spells getting interrupted so easily. We don't need 2 cleansing auras, but we do need 2 spirit healers. Oh, that's it. Oh well, that's done. There's a shop somewhere. Excellent. Let's have a look.
The story of your bravery will never be forgotten.
The Guard of Amaranthine was a massive, massive liar. Everyone important in the town is still alive. If I get to see him, he's going to be executed. He fucking lied to me. None of that seems that good. See, Spellbound does seem good. And I think you do have a lot of spirit. No, do you? Alright, we'll leave it for now. We'll keep Spellbound. Ah, you must have not been allowed to equip Spellbound, that's probably why. Oh, it doesn't spell runes because we can buy a lot of armor runes. Can't really... I've got lots of rune tracings. But I never investigated it because we were so far ahead of everyone else, it wasn't really worth it. You know, the enemies weren't close to beating me, were they?
Surely the Maker himself sent you, Commander.
I think this has been a pretty short episode, but I think this is a good place to leave it. Maybe we'll have to have like 30 Codex entries after this. I apologise if that's the case, but thank you for watching. We'll come back for the next part of Dragon Age Origins Awakening. Armoured Ogre. The Darkspawn scavenged their armour from the deep roads, from lost tiges and from battlefields where vast armies once clashed. Typically only Hurlocks, Shrieks and Genlocks wear any such protection, ogres being far too large for conventional armour. But occasionally the Legion encounters ogres wearing crude patchworks of breastplates and shields threaded together with rope and wire. While better than nothing, there are many vulnerable gaps in the assemblage. Thank the ancestors that the Darkspawn and their ghouls make such lousy craftsmen. From the Journal of Cardol, Legionnaire of the Dead. Blighted Werewolf. When a man in West Hill told me about his encounter with a blighted werewolf, I was inclined to believe him. Although werewolves may be abominations of a sort, wolves possessed by rage demons, or so the story goes, it is true that their bodies still live. The blight is known to corrupt bears and wolves in addition to humans, elves and dwarves, so it is conceivable that any living creature, even a werewolf, is at risk. The man saw the beast ambush a bear, springing from the shadows with such speed that it seemed a blur. The bear was dead within seconds. Thank the Maker that I've never even seen a run-of-the-mill werewolf. I'm sure I never want to encounter one that is blighted. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Jenna TV. Charred Sylvane. Occasionally, demons attempt to escape the fate by possessing something other than mortal flesh. By corrupting a tree, for instance, a demon avoids the madness that results from possessing a sentient creature. Demon-possessed trees are known as wild Sylvanes. On rare occasions, demons possess trees almost completely destroyed by fire, but that still retain a spark of life. This union often rekindles the fire that first damaged the tree, resulting in a Sylvane that burns continuously without being destroyed. The Children. The Children appear to be twisted mutations of Darkspawn. They have set even Hurlocks, Genlocks and Ogres to fleeing. The monsters appear first as Childergrubs, gruesome larval creatures that wiggle on the ground. This is the only vulnerable stage of their development. To squish them is to do the world a favour. When grubs devour the flesh of slain Darkspawn, a dramatic change occurs. To a sound of tearing flesh, legs emerge. The Childer can now run down its prey with startling speed. Upon gorging itself again, the Childer transforms further, developing spindly legs tipped with spikes that skewer prey. The Disciples. The Disciples are Darkspawn that have become sapient after some process of awakening, after which they choose their own names. They are cunning, powerful, and hold influence over non-awakened Darkspawn. The Disciples are split into two factions, some serve the Architect and some the Mother. Inferno Golem. It's so much better when it's on fire. Centuries ago, during the Dwarven Empire's Golden Age, dwarves commanded vast armies of golems. Golems guarded the tiges and patrolled every branch of the deep roads. As men of steel and stone, they were eternal, indestructible, and perfectly obedient. But Paragon Howl was not satisfied. He wanted Kal Hirol's golems to be greater. In his forge, he gave them hearts like furnaces that would burn evermore. Thus became the Inferno Golems, with eyes that burned and veins coursing with molten lava. Tears in the Veil. Studies of the Veil have never been thorough. The Tevinters once theorised that the Veil is thin in places that have seen great bloodshed. As the Chantry is so fond of reminding us, the Magisters of the Imperium only once crossed physically into the Fade, the catastrophe that blackened the Golden City. As the story goes, the ritual consumed a vast quantity of lyrium and the blood of 100 slaves. But was it the deaths that bridged the worlds, or simply the blood and lyrium, or both? Demon sees every opportunity, every tear in the Veil, to enter our world. Once the Veil is torn, it is extremely difficult to mend, some say impossible. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslas. Pilgrims and Amaranthine. The faithful travel great distances to see the birthplace of Andraste and Denerim, yet many make their pilgrimage longer still by visiting Amaranthine. After all, it was from Amaranthine's port that Mafarath and his army departed to invade the Tevinter Imperium, and the Chantry of Our Lady Redeemer now stands on the site where Andraste first revealed the Chant of Light. This is why the road that joins Amaranthine to Denerim is known as the Pilgrim's Path, and why the Chantry of Our Lady Redeemer is the wealthiest chantry in all of Ferelden. From Annals of Northern Ferelden by Brother Burdine, Chantry Scholar. The Crown and Lion. One Saturnalia long ago, a bevy of bards met in Amaranthine to determine whose songs best stirred emotion and whose stomachs best digested foul brew. The first bard fell, mid-ballad, into his barley soup. The second into the lap of a lass most fair. Some say forfeiture was worth the price. The next could not keep his innards inside. One by one, they succumbed to fatigue, boredom, or insobriety. At the end, no man was left standing. There was only I, the lovely and fair Rosalind, master and mistress of the Crown and Lion, who proved that no man is mightier than the slightest of lasses. From the War of Lions by the bard Rosalind. The port city of Amaranthine. Outside of Ferelden, the city of Amaranthine is now synonymous with the Arling herself. But before the Orlesian invasion, it was only a modest fishing village, despite a deep port well suited to commerce. At that time, few of the kingdoms had any need to trade with the Ferelden barbarians. The city changed rapidly when the Orlesians came. They built temporary docks to accommodate ships packed with chevaliers, and for a time, Amaranthine was the capital of occupied Ferelden. The Ban of Amaranthine became one of the wealthiest nobles in the kingdom, as goods like wool were leached from the city's swollen ports. During the liberation, the fleeing Orlesians looted the city but left it otherwise unscarred. She recovered quickly. Ironically, Amaranthine's current prosperity is the legacy of Orlesian occupation. Do not share that opinion with the locals, mind. From Annals of Northern Ferelden by Brother Burdine, Chantry Scholar. The Howes of Amaranthine. The Howes of Amaranthine are one of the oldest noble families in Ferelden. Their lineage traces back to the time of Calenhad, when Elias Howe was one of the first freeholders to follow Calenhad. During the occupation, Arl Towlerton Howe, Rendon Howe's father, threw his lot in with the Orlesians. After several bitter battles with rebels, the town of Harper's Ford, an outpost governed by Towlerton Howe, fell to the Cuslans of Highever. Towlerton hanged. Rendon brought the Howe family over to the side of Marit Tyrin and Logain Mactyr's rebellion. Rendon's bravery at the Battle of White River, fighting alongside Bryce Cusland, earned back his family's honour. When King Marit took the throne in Free Ferelden, Rendon Howe was decorated for his service. From Annals of Northern Ferelden by Brother Burdine, Chantry Scholar. Drake's Fall. Legends speak of a place where dragons go to die. In the far south, in the lands of the barbarian tribes, it is said that a dragon at the end of her days lies down and allows the bitter cold to take her. It is not just a legend. I have seen Drake's Fall with my own eyes, the ancient bones of these grand beasts piled atop one another. I felt the power that suffused this place and knew the Imperium would claim it. We built a city on the bones. We delved deep into the earth, collecting what remained of the primordial dragons who were so like our old gods. With these bones we created stays for our magisters, armours for our warriors, and crowns for our archons. We fashioned phylacteries to hold our blood, and sarcophagi to hold our bodies, and prayed they would make us immortal. From the writings of Archon Melos. The Fortress of Kal Hirol. The Fortress of Kal Hirol was established by Paragon Hirol, and became known as a centre of learning for smiths. Its workshops are where Paragon Hirol conceived his famous improvements to golem resilience and power, and where Hirol's favourite student developed a method for storing refined lyrium that is still used today. These breakthroughs brought Kal Hirol great prosperity, its passageways glittering with gold and silver. For decades, the Tig was the favoured home of apprentice smiths. Unfortunately, as time wore on, only the richest could afford to train there. When the Darkspawn came, Kal Hirol was among the first of the great Tigs to fall. Our people still mourn the loss. From the writings of Shaper Ezzerin. The Paragon Hirol. Paragon Hirol was born a warrior. He excelled at arms and strategy, but was not content. Hirol believed he was born outside of the caste system, able to be anything he chose, a warrior, a smith, even a noble. He would not rest until he'd mastered the art of war, the art of smithing, and the art of rule. He was eccentric, maybe even mad. Some said he'd taken too many blows to the head in the provings. Yet Hyrule accomplished what he set out to do. He trained under the greatest smiths and the greatest warriors, and his achievements in both fields were so great that the Assembly could not help but to make him a paragon. Thus noble House Hyrule was born, from the writings of Shaper Ezzerin. Surfacer Dwarves. Cloudgazer, Stoneblind, Skyer. These are how dwarves describe their surfacer cousins. It's traditional to snort these words with disdain. A dwarf who goes topside forfeits his caste, his house, and the favour of his ancestors. Once he sets foot on the surface, he is no longer welcome in Orzammar. Still, in recent years, a great many dwarves have moved to the surface. Some are casteless and have nothing to lose. Others believe they have something to gain. Some think it's only a matter of time before Orzammar falls to the Darkspawn. Then there are the merchant caste dwarves with their frightful flair for business. I met one who nearly taught me to buy my own hat. I dare say most merchants don't give a nugget about losing their caste or the favour of their ancestors, not the way they're compensated. From Tales Beneath the Earth by Brother Genetivi.